maybe just a little insight into the picks, Jet Luchenko, for example.
Jet was a guy that really rocketed up our charts this year. Extremely high character kid, very driven, but with his speed, skill set, his details to his game are high end, and just rave reviews from coaching and all his staff, both in Guelph and Hockey Canada. So he was a guy we're really excited about.
What about Spencer Gill?
Sorry?
Spencer Gill?
Yeah, Spencer Gill, as you probably met him, he's got a little ways to go physically, but he's another player that moved up our charts quickly. Really moves the puck, retrieves pucks well, can skate, defends. He showed some offense to his game, and he's going to have a huge role in a really good environment there in Rimouski for the next couple of years.
What caught your guys' eye about Jack Berglund? What, in theory, do you think could be his upside at the NHL level?
We'll see. I think our guys are hoping he's a 3C, potentially more. He's got hockey sense, very smart. Obviously, his foot speed is what's going to have to come, but he's a big power center, really strong on the puck down low, could kill penalties, win faceoffs. He showed offense in the tournaments, and he's a guy that, from where he was a year ago to now, he's taken huge strides. So he's got some pedigree. His dad played in the Jersey program, and he's a guy that Yoki was pushing all along.
Hockey IQ and hockey sense was kind of all of the draft picks were kind of that. Is that something that you guys really focus on, other than the size of everybody?
For sure. It's something you need to have, especially at the center position. Obviously, defense. The game's so fast now, and being able to whether make plays or defend or whatever you have to do, it's hockey sense is imperative.
How important were the under-18 World Championships in terms of Jet Luchenko's performance, Berglund's performance, and the stock that the staff put into those selections?
The U18s is just one tournament. I would say, like, for Gill, he didn't have a big role in the team. Obviously, Luchenko did, and Berglund did for Sweden, but it's just one tournament. But we spend a lot of time scouting the leagues and the leagues or the regular season as well. And but it is a very good event to watch because you're watching against their peers, and it's a lot of times the kid can have a strong tournament and move himself up the charts.
Last year, in terms of his
yeah. No, there's another guy. He's a big, strong center. Can really shoot the puck. He's on a different path. He's a bright kid. He's coming over to play in Dubuque in the USHL, then off to Harvard. So not your typical path of a finished center, but he's another guy that kind of moved up the charts for us, and we were happy to get him where we did.
Is he more of a, in comparison to Berglund, obviously they're both bigger centers, but is he more of a swing on higher in the lineup skill?
Possibly. He can really shoot the puck, but he's a bull. He's really strong. You'll see this week he's coming over short notice, which is nice. So, but he's another player that has a two-way game, and I think the path that he's on from where he's come from is healthy, and it'll be good for him. He'll need some time.
What did you see this year? He was obviously the re-entry guy in PAL. What allowed him to take the big step that he did this season?
Well, probably Fuki's the better one to ask, but he's obviously dedicated himself. His game took a huge step. I think skating is one area that improved, but I think conditioning-wise and everything, his game just went to another level. He brings an element of toughness. He can really shoot the puck, obviously score goals, but he has a presence physically in every game he played. And I went there not to watch him initially, and he's just one of those players that forces you to watch and has a real presence in the game. So,
why did you guys think that PAL can improve the skating?
Well, he's already improved it significantly now, and obviously it's something he knows he has to work on. But I think just his conditioning and working at the little things have helped him to this point. Now he's going to have to keep working. But with the package that he brings, it's hard to find, and obviously where we got him, we thought it was a good value.
With all the trades now, you guys now have essentially 6 picks in the top 60 next year. How important does that emphasize what the draft process will be next year for what?
Well, what it means is you're not going to see me a whole lot next year. But no, it's exciting. Next year we project it to be a very strong draft, just from what we've seen so far, and obviously it's we're going to see more and more kids this summer. But to have those picks, not only first, second, it allows you to do a lot of things next year at the draft. We know it's a strong draft, but also with our situation next summer we can be players and get in the game, and we're going to take a big step hopefully.
Adding him, what do you see in him?
Yeah, well, he's a raw kid. He's actually from here locally. Played at Shattuck, but he's really good with the puck. As you see when he met him, he's a very raw kid, but he's got good hockey sense. He's got an edge, and his whole game is took steps. So he's a kid. Obviously, it's a flyer late, but it's It's a guy that Bob Murray spent time on. Shattuck was a highly seen team this year because of the number of players they had, and he was a guy that you always kind of kept alive, and he's a guy you'd like to take a chance on late and let him develop.
Danny said after going through his first draft last year, he felt more comfortable with the mechanics of this year. Did you sense that? Because he made a lot of trades.
Yeah, no, it's like you guys can sit up there and do that, but when things are going fast and teams are calling, teams just want to move up, or they want to we tried to move up a number of times, tried to move back a number of times, and sometimes you got to wait to make sure your player's there before you do it. And one time we were almost going to do it, we would have been caught, so it worked out fine. But yeah, it's one of those things where you're up to speed. It's a challenge, but it's kind of what makes it fun down there too.
The Russian Palsov, the 6th round.
Yeah, that's a Kenny's guy. He's banging his table. He can spend some time video. He's undersized, obviously, but he's got dynamic skill and obviously a smart player. So I don't think we'll be able to come over to development camp, but his agent's here, and we'll hope to get him over next year to get a look at him. But realistically, he's going to need time to put on weight and get stronger. But skill and offensive abilities is what Kenny's really pushed for.
I think there was some of the reports I read. There was like some debate on the skating. Do you guys see that as something that needs to get a lot better?
Kenny thinks it's just strength related, so he spent some time, met with him, and so he's fired up if you talk to him. So he's all excited. So you got to let him get a player once in a while.
Is there anyone who won't be at development camp that would maybe a surprise?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm at. As soon as I leave here, I got to go. But we have a couple of players that were on our list that we've invited. Now I got to go find out if it's confirmed. But yeah, we're looking to add a couple guys for sure.